Hi there and welcome. It's Kate in the nest in Australia, and I'm so glad that you are joining me right now. I hope you are well. So let's just pause and say, are you well? I'm hoping that this finds you happy and ready to do some making and stitching, journaling, drawing, whatever you're up to. So this is the state of the nest. I have had some time to tidy up, but it has been one of those days where I've been in my natural colours and I've had such a productive day that I'm just going to finish off a couple of things. Well, not finish them off, but keep progressing and talk to you about where I'm up to with my thinking. I'm loving, you know me, I go colourful one point and natural the other, but a number of you have indicated you're more comfortable with one than the other. And I have to say, in my story, it is the neutrals and the naturals that have been where I started my journal journey and also my slow stitching one. So this is about just sharing what I'm working on at the moment. I have my baby nest and my, which is a vessel and a vessel. And I thought I'd share with you how I am evolving my journals to include more, um, more, um, I'm lost for words, fabric and texture, and harvesting these neutral colors of doilies. It is so versatile that you can find a little tiny piece and make a pocket. This one is machine done. Here's a little bit of my, this is a pocket about to go into working on the, what is it? Words Birds journal series. And I'm exploring this interplay of my digitals, which are my stitching, and then my usual collage, and then putting them in real stitching pockets. Here's this journal series, and as I said, it's just gathering neutral colors, stories, and just seeing where you go. My husband just said, now, is this an itching to stitch or what? And I said, actually, it's just something I need to do. So I've been playing today and really it's been so much fun. Look at that. That's a little bit of typed fabric on just a little scrap of old linen and raggy style, and just, I don't know whether you can see that. It will need something else on here, but the point is it says memory, and we can quickly stitch that into something that could go on a vessel or in a journal or wherever you wanted it to be. So I showed you a minute ago this journal cover, and I don't know where I got this. I don't know whether it's an embroidery or it's been, I don't know, but there's this notion of a window, and I've got a couple of it. I think they had about 8 on the one piece. So I thought we would start today with some just relaxing stitching. So this is a video that is just Kate being happy and being with her friends. That's Kate not being strong, because that didn't prove easy to tear. But look at the frayed bits that are coming out from that. So texturally, just practice. A few have said that it seems so easy, and it isn't in practice. Well, I suppose it's just about trying and experimenting, and you've seen me make a mess many times now, but it hasn't stopped me because number one,
I just love doing it. B, see I'm being bold there, and I just left that mustard hanging because I thought I'll come back to that, and then in the whole picture I will see whether that fits. Okay. So here we are. I'm thinking, look at this as a beautiful little raggy piece. It's going to sit over the top. So we're going to have, there's a flower under there. Let's see if we can do, I don't want to cover my stitches up there. Let's see, let's just move things around and see. Okay, I think that's where it fits. I've got some just natural wool. On my needle. Part of my process this morning was to actually go into my cupboard, which I'd like to give a special name, because I've newly brought it down to our spare room. It's not the room that I film in, and I just thought you need to do some organising, Kate. And it actually was very therapeutic as well as helpful, because I thought, how are you going to organise your bits and pieces? I'm getting more and more things because I can't stop going to thrift stores. So I've decided to split, a bit like my stitching at the moment, to split neutrals and colours. And then even in my neutrals, I've divided up creams and whites. I put all my crochet doilies together. They seem very happy. I did go out this afternoon and took some of these threads with me. Sorry, that was just a random pink one, which shows you I've been doing some of that. Well, that was last night. So I'm hoping that you can see. It's always a bit bright and hard for me to capture in a moment, but I'm putting this ecru over some white, and I've got to work out how to blend that together. But at the moment, the direction is saying this way. So just following these embroidery holes. So I've been reflecting about, making, and I think part of some of my recent thoughts have been about how does Kate integrate journaling and stitching, because I started out separating them. But really, today, as I worked on journals, I was stitching, and I was stitching on the machine and stitching by hand, and I thought, I'm just going to now I'm not going to follow an order. I think that's probably what I'm trying to say. Originally, I did particular things on a Monday because I'm so new at this. And then I thought, oh, but what if I don't feel like that on a Monday? But for those of you who have been used to that, I am on Monday going to share where I'm up to with my new series of these ones. I'm going to be just a celebration of neutral colours, pops, wonder, curiosity, all of those things, with a lot more hand stitching. And this is a book, but look at that, hand drawn pencil. So that's what I'm trying to say. I'm finding it so natural to go between paper and fabric at the moment. I think once you get into the flow, you don't want to stop yourself. So that's why this one is coming out, because I've been doing many natural things today. And how peaceful are these colours? I welcome my new subbies, and welcome everyone, whether you're a subby or not. Loving my so supportive and loyal subbies who just bring me joy every day by writing to me and being so kind. Naughty thing there. So has anyone been thrifting this week? Any stores or any treasures that you've come across to add to your nest? I'm having to face face that I have to start packing, and I have to say I am intrigued. I think the next Journal of Stitchery I found out or deduced is an accordion style book, and as I've got some time at the end of my work, I have to make sure that I take enough, or I am staying in San Diego. So if anyone knows where I can get some either thrifting or vintage or sewing supplies in case I run out, just please let me know and get in contact. I'm so lucky that I'll have some summer weather, see the water, and have time to actually have a bit of a break. But that's my biggest concern at the moment, what do I take from here? And in the field notes series, what's going to be the first couple of prompts? That's how much we all love it. Thanks, Rachel and Sarah. Okay, I'm just finishing off, and actually, because I'm bored on this page, and you're probably, on this side, you're probably bored too. Let's just take a dive over to this side and see what I've been doing. So this is one of my earliest, I think it was a tray cloth, I don't know. But and I think it's machine done, which I'm finding shouldn't be an obstacle when you collect fabrics and colours. They'll go together. So I'm doing a really thick chain stitch now, just to fill in this piece of the the spiral on the embroidery. And I think we might whip up something special to go in these journals. Oops. So I don't know whether you can hear it, but now I'm so much more relaxed as I talk to myself in my studio, because I actually know I'm not alone, and truly it's friendship within this group. So I'm among friends, and I mightn't see you, but I hear from you, and it's not a one-way thing. Okay, so I don't know whether you can see that. I'm just embellishing along here. And I haven't stopped the video to come back and show you how much I've done, because for me it is, I just love the idea that we can just go slow together, and not a product tonight, although I am thinking I better hurry up. So I've gone around there. It's like a little chain plait, and I think we'll come back to that. I found this box today, and it brought back memories. Shanghai Museum, where my husband and I took a whole bunch of young people many years ago, and I just thought, oh, see, don't throw out things. Because I thought I can have that in my nest. Okay, actually, I'm just going to do some running. Can't stop. So I'm back over the other side and just whipping along this edge. So that's my encouragement. Just do you. I really must. Okay. Otherwise, my journaling friends will be going too much stitching gate. But I think you understand now. I'm a bit of everything. And just wait till you see the crochet flowers on the weekend. It's a bit of over stitching. And I'm going to finish that off. And we're going to make a little something, a little treasure pocket. So where have we come? A little bit. Someone said you wish you could feel it. I wish you could feel it too. Scrunchy, scrunchy. Nests, vessels. So much fun. Okay, so let's put baby into big one. Let's think about these journals. I'll put this one over here, and I just gathered some lace and some fabric. This is a little, maybe it went with that bigger one. Just, there's a staple in it. Pull that out. And look, just by turning that, putting it in half, there we have an answer. to what we could do. So let's all right, that was meant to be. I've got 2 needles I could have threaded up. I also have some amazing needles that thread themselves, so just wait. I was about to say I should have had one of them now because I haven't got a needle threader, but this is only crochet cotton. Okay. So say if you're a slow stitcher and you're working on your vessel or your horsewhip or a needle book or something, you can always take a little bit of a break and make an accessory, I call them. So this one is, I just don't want it to come undone there. I'm going to use the holes. I mean, if you had your time clock on, you could probably time me doing this. It doesn't take long, but the impact, I think, is so worth it. Long string. Come on, Kate. I was watching Pam this morning and she did say that the weather in California is, the outlook is for very hot, incredibly hot. So I suppose that's good news for me as I pack, because then I don't have to take my coats. Pack lighter, which leaves me more space for my stitching. Okay, I'm just going across in these holes. As a means to an end to get to the other side. There we are. See, I'm nearly forgetting to talk. I'm enjoying it so much. So if my colours are too much for you, just know that I believe there's a time and a place for everything. I think maybe this time last week I was fiestering, but tonight I'm just tranquil naturals. Okay, so there's a little pocket. So we could be adding that. This isn't stuck in yet, but we could be putting it within a journal and stitching that onto the side. I like that idea actually. Or using it as, look at all these pages, something at the back, or even as a feature here. All sorts of places, or on a vessel or a nest. I mean, that's what I'm thinking of. Wouldn't that be handy? I could tuck my scissors or something in on the outside so it becomes a utility pocket. Who would have ever thought? I'm quite liking that idea though. Goodness me. It's quite wild, this journey. So I'm thinking now, how's that time going? Yep, just one more thing. So we've done some stitching, we've made a pocket that could go on a journal. What might you have that we could also share in making? What about some sort of I've got this beautiful napkin here. Now I know someone out there doesn't like me doing this, so I'm sorry. But harvesting both flowers and napkins to me means they go into the hands of others. All right, let's make a little motif that we will not probably do something with tonight or today. Let's layer upon layer. Okay, so this is my vintage apron. Here's a little bit of type paper. And what if we have a peeky through bit? Yes. So what do I need to do? Let's trim this down. Like that. And then so it's collage. It's like framing upon frame. Here. I was listening to a video where Rachel assured us all that what we're doing is not quilting, that it is about raw edges and fraying, and I thought that was a timely reminder. And many of us can quilt and do quilt, and it's all about how lucky we are really to be able to make multiple things. Okay, so what I'm doing with hand, and you could just as easily do this with the machine, I'm going to whip around here. So not much embroidery tonight, just basic stitches, which I hope is okay. And hopefully when I do my reveal of my volume 5 pieces, I can share some of my embroidery final steps. So that by Monday, July 1, it's all done. And then we'll all be dreaming of field notes or the next journal that we're going to make. I've also heard that a few of you are not well or getting ready to have some treatment and all sorts of things. So I just want to send love from me and the whole community. I think it's fantastic that we can share when times are tough as well as going well, and to know that we're in it together, bonded by our love of making. Okay, so I'm just using crochet. Oh no, this is pearl, I think. Who knows what this is? So you can't see the lot, so that is helpful to lay down the layers. And I like this framing effect. In fact, I've got another idea right now. This could be a patch that you worked on separately, and then when the right time comes, you just bring it into play. So as I've got my little container here of all my bits and pieces that go in as paper into the journals, I'm starting to develop the same for my stitched pieces. Now I've said that, I can't find what I wanted. Okay, I was thinking of this, but it's too big, so I'll save that for another time. But the idea that you can sort of see through, and then I would probably be thinking about putting this onto a bigger piece. And just making it a bigger patch. Now in quilting you call that blocks, don't you? There we go. So I'm not going to have time to finish it now, but you probably get the idea that using sorry, battery sign just came on, so that's a good reminder that using layer upon layer, and that, oh, that's very interesting. Yep, maybe this way, I think. So that way we get the strong wording here, some framing, and then embroidered opportunities there. So my mind is on fire. I'm in the flow and I don't really want to stop, but I know we all have things to do. So Katie's just going to tidy up the nest a little. So why make vessels? Because they are the most practical things that I have come across yet, even better than my my baskets. So I just gather all those little bits of things, so it's like the story that I've been working on, into the little one, put my pin cushion, this piece, and so that when I come back to the nest, well, there's that other little piece we've made, and tuck my journal in there, and I'll think, okay, in the morning I know exactly where my thoughts were, but when I do it, it will be a different result as a result of that. Gosh, sorry to say result twice, but oh, that's right, I've made that pocket too. So that's it. I'm going to do much more stitching, but I'm going to spare you. I'm going to wish you well with yours. Have a wonderful time, and as always, sending blessings. This is Kate in the nest. Bye for now.